feel like I turned a corner this year in my business where I was at I don't know if you call it retreat, mastermind down in San Diego a couple weeks ago. Mortgage folks from all over the country that are part of this small coaching group and getting together, talking about how to design the best 2021. I went down there thinking to myself, I've got this great team and, I'm kind of growing into this leadership role where instead of being a loan originator and working in mortgage, I'm managing a mortgage business. And before I went, I had all these thoughts about, I'm going to talk about when my number one, my production manager goes on maternity leave, how to fill that role. I'm going to talk about how to structure this $100 million a year in mortgage team the best. After 3 days there, I went up to the dude running it. I said, you know what, man? I had an epiphany. I'm going to have a great year next year, and it might be this number, it might be that number, but that stuff doesn't matter. I'm going to my Sunday planning where I plan the week out and I plug in, I've got to record this much content. I've got to reach out to this number of clients, these referral partners. Before any of that is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, pick up the boys for jujitsu, have dinner as a family. Friday is going to be have the cousins over for a sleepover. Saturday is going to be kids are going to Nani's house and me and mom are going to have some special bonding time. And then I backfill with the work stuff. And the funny part is like, that's the coolest evolution of a business, in my opinion, is now where I'm serving people at a higher level than I've ever served them. My business runs better than it's ever run. And it's not at the expense of family or any of that stuff. That stuff I'm leveling up every day too. And now that I'm focusing on it, I feel like I can do even more. And so the evolution in business has been cool because it's not just I've grown a great successful business, is I'm aligned in, designing a life that I want, having a business that I enjoy where I'm serving at a high level and whatnot. And so the best of both worlds, which, is something that you probably would feel conflicts with the grinder mentality. But I can tell you from experience that Mondays and Wednesdays, my very supportive and lovely wife, who I have, a lot of gratitude towards, understands that Mondays and Wednesdays, I got to go 12 or 13 hours. Got to get a lot of stuff done. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm with the boys at jiu-jitsu. I'm at the dinner table. The phone's put away. On the weekends a lot, my phone is just not on me because I don't even want to think about that. I want to be all in on business. And then when I'm off, I want to be all in on the family, building forts, doing the fun stuff. So, I mean, that's probably a big a win as any of the, numbers and volumes that I can spit out mortgage wise. And they're both growing and getting better and better every year at the same time. I don't have to pick one. That's cool.
And it's a wonderful message, Matt, because, whether you're in mortgages or any other business as an entrepreneur, I think so many people worry about it consuming them, right? And this business, if I'm going to make it work, I got to make it my entire life. And you very clearly have found a way to have the best of both worlds, to have a very successful business and have a great family life. What is your message to others out there who are kind of having those thoughts as they maybe think about going into business for themselves, or maybe they're already in business for themselves? Things are going well, but they want to scale and they want to grow, but they're not sure if they can make it work with both their business and their personal life.
Yeah, I think this is common, and I know mortgage better than any other business, but I think it applies across businesses where it's common, and I'm included in this. A lot of people think I'm the name, the face of the brand. People want to talk to me, and so I can't put that off on somebody else. It's going to look like I don't care because I'm having Michelle contact them. I've learned, and it's been through great. First of all, surrounding myself with great people, and these great people have reminded me, Matt, stay out, we got this. And I've got a personal coach that I've worked with for 3 years, and he had to pound it in me as well, that as long as they get the Matt the Mortgage Guy experience, it doesn't matter if it's Michelle, if it's Bill, if it's Laura, if it's Matt, the Matt the Mortgage Guy experience. And the more that I step out of the daily functions or the mechanics of the home loan process, the more I can build processes and systems that better serve. If I was just busy in the minutia every day, phone calls and whatnot, I wouldn't be able to build the structure to where somebody comes to us, hey, listen, we've got a simple 3-step pre-approval process. Here's how it works. Bing, bing, bing. Simple to understand, simple for you, the client. You have a great experience. You tell your friends, oh yeah, it was really easy. Not only did he make the process easy, but he kind of told us exactly what we're going to expect. And then that's what happened. And if there was ever an issue, somebody from this team responded really, really quick. That is by far a better experience than, hey, listen, every time I picked up the phone, I called Matt and he answered. He was kind of flustered and, had to wing it and didn't know what was coming next, because that's what happens. That's what happens in a lot of businesses. And I know it's not just mortgage only, where you don't have systems and processes in place because you're just too busy working in the business and doing it all on your own. And so I think my challenge to anybody who wants to grow and scale their business is take as much, if not more time working on the business that you are working in the business. And that's a common phrase, but people, I'm guilty of it even still. I've got a great team that for many of the things we do, they do it better than me. They've done it more and they've created process around it, but I will still somehow get lured in, by my own fault, start reading through emails and I'm responding to this email and the team reminds me, Matt, get out of there. If there's something that really needs your attention, we're going to bring it to you. All this other stuff, you're just confusing people because people got so used to, if they had any questions, here's who they direct that to. And that's something that would be a good piece of advice is, don't just blindly say, I'm not going to do everything in my business and that's going to free me up to do higher level things or work on the business. Create the process so that, you're almost forced to step away because, okay, here's the process and here's who's involved in that process. I had my coach years and years ago kind of guide me through, here's the 25 different things we do. Tell me who does each one. And even that exercise, I'm sure there's plenty of business owners that, own a yogurt shop.